Hello students, today let us learn how to draw the developments of hexagonal pyramid. As usual, click on new, drawing, OK. Select A4, switch off this display sheet format, custom sheet size 297, 210 mm, click OK, check the units, it should be mmgs, unit should be 1:1, right click on sheet 1, properties, first angle projection, apply changes. Now you go to options. This is related to the dimensions. Go to document properties, dimensions, remove trailing zeros, click OK. So apply these initial settings. Now I have copied the hexagonal pyramid question. I'll just paste it on my sheet. This is the question. You can see, draw the development of lateral surfaces of the pyramid shown in figure. So this is an hexagonal pyramid where they have used two section planes. Which are those two section planes? Here you can see this is first section plane. Second section plane is this. Okay. So these two section planes have been passed and they have cut this portion. This portion has been removed. This portion has been retained. So we have to draw the development of this portion. So in order to understand very easy or for much better understanding, I have created the solid modeling of this. So let me open that solid modeling. So as you can see here, this is a solid model of hexagonal pyramid where I have passed two section plane. This is the front view of that. Let me go to the top view. This is the top view. You can clearly see that some portion of the pyramid has been removed. Some portion has been retained. Next, I'll go to the isometric view. So in isometric view, you can clearly see the section points. So how many section points are there? So you can see here. So the first section point is right. The second section point is this. The third one is this. Fourth section point. Fifth section point. Sixth section point. And seventh section point. So total there are 7 points, section points, which we have to represent it on the development. So this is about the hexagonal pyramid, sectioning of hexagonal pyramid. Now let us go to the drawing part. So let me add a sheet. Add sheet. Create. If you are worried about the dimensions, you can always right click on the sheet 2 and go to properties. You can check 297, 210 first angle. Okay. So the settings remain same for the sheet which you add. Let me go to the sketch tab. Go to line. Draw XY line. Draw XY line. Go to polygon. Number of sides is 6. Draw it. Next, go to line. Make it horizontal. Make it horizontal. Go to smart dimension. The dimension is 30. If you recall, we had gone to options, document properties, dimensions, trailing zeros. We have removed it, right? Because of that reason, 30 is displayed as 30. It is not displayed as 30.00, right? Next, what is the height? They are given in the question. Where is the question? You can see here, the sides is 30, the height is 60. So let me draw the front view also. First, let me complete the top view by drawing the slant edges of the hexagonal pyramid. Then we will draw the front view. Okay. This is the apex. From here 60 mm. Type 60. Okay, this point we use it to draw the front view now. If you carefully observe, this is the hexagonal pyramid before section. Let me make it thick so that you can clearly make out the pyramids. Okay, this is before section. So before section, you can see all the lines are thick. Once I pass the section plane, some portion is removed. You can see in this problem, this portion is removed. So we have to make this portion thin. Similarly, I need to make modification in the top view also. So let me do that now. So I'll go to line. I'll draw a line from here to the midpoint. Why midpoint? Because the distance is 60. 60 by 2 is 30. So there. And I'll draw an horizontal line. How do I know 30? They are given in the question 30 mm. So from here to here it is 30. That is why I drawn a line here of 30. Next, what I should do here is, I should make those two lines thick. Okay, let me make it thick, 0.5. Let me trim this extended line. I can either make use of split entities or I can trim and I can redraw. How do I do that? Right click on the line, go to sketch tools, split entities. Now if I click here, exactly this line will be split two parts. Here you can see this and this. Similarly, it will be split into two lines. Okay, like this I can make use of split entities. If split entities is difficult for you, you can always trim and you can redraw it. Fine. See here, in order to split this, if I click right now, what will happen is this XY line will get split exactly at this point. But I don't want XY line to get splitted. So what I'll do is I'll right click and I'll say select other. Then so many lines are there actually on this, right? This is the line which I want to split. I'll just click on this. So it is split exactly at this location. Now this is the portion which has been retained. Similarly, I should draw its top view. How do I draw the top view? By dropping projectors. Observe now, if you drop a projector from this slant edge to this, both will coincide. So I will not drop a projector now. I will go to arc. I will select this as a center, this as the radius, and I will draw an arc. I will draw an arc which will give me the section point of this. Okay. So what I will do here is, I will go to trim entities. I will trim this, not required. I will draw a line from here to here, from here to here, straight line. Okay, from here to here, straight line. Same thing has to be repeated on the other side. Okay, so what I will do here is I will trim this line and I will redraw this line. Similarly, I will trim this line also and I will redraw it. Either you can make use of split entities and you can draw, or else you can make use of this option of trim and redraw. Now what I will do is I will go to mirror entities, entities to mirror. I will mirror this, 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 this. Mirror about this line. Click OK. Why this is required? To get the top view. Okay, after this mirror, I will try to make the portion which is removed as thin. How do I do that? I'll go to trim entities, trim this portion, I'll draw this. Similarly, I'll go to trim entities, I'll trim this portion, I'll draw this. Right? I'll go to trim entities, I'll remove this portion, I'll draw this. So these portions are to be thin. Suppose if you get an error, no need to worry. Undo it, you trim the other half. See, you remove this portion. Now if you draw it, you will not get any error. Now coming back to this, observe this portion completely it is thick. So I'll make sure that it is thick. Okay, 0.5. Next, this portion has to be thin. Select this, select this, select this, make it to 0.5, 0.18, sorry. Next, I'll go to trim entities, trim this, trim this. Now redraw it again. Redraw it again. Okay. After this, carefully you need to make the portion which is retained as thick. Go to line, make it to 0.5. Okay. Now this portion is retained. Okay. This portion is retained. This portion is retained. So make it to 0.5. Make it to 0.5. So let me just show you the top view of the 3D model, which just now I showed you. The same thing I will show you to you now again. So you can observe the top view of the 3D model, which I showed you. Control 1 is the front view, Control 5 is the top view, Control 7 is isometric view. So this is what we have drawn now. This line is horizontal and we have got this as well as this. So all the lines have been mentioned. If you go to wireframe model, right, same kind of drawing I have drawn now, right? So I'll go to 3D model now. Okay, this is the top view. Same top view I have obtained in drawing mode. Okay, now let us do the naming part. What is the naming? Go to annotation, note A, B, C, D, E, F, right? So let me place it A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, you can make this as O of O1. No problem. Even if you don't put apex, not a problem. Here comes the front view. We'll put O dash. Here is A dash. Here is B dash in bracket F dash. Here is C dash in bracket E dash. Here is D dash. Okay. So by looking at the top here, you can name it. See, B in bracket F. So B dash in bracket F dash, C dash in bracket E dash, D dash. Now let us name the section points which I had explained to you in 3D model. This is the first section point. This is the second section point. The third one, fourth one, the fifth section point, the sixth section point. The last one is the seventh section point. So total there are 7 section points. In top here I have marked it. Same way I will do it here also. So you can observe this base BC and EF here. So 1 dash in bracket is 7 dash. So I'll name it as 1 dash in bracket 7 dash. Okay, this is your base 1 dash 7 dash. Similarly, you can see on the sides, that is on the slant edge, I'll get 3 and 5. So this is 3 and 5. Before that I have 2 points here, 2 and 6. I'll name that first. So this is 2 dash in bracket 6 dash. Similarly, the next point will be 3 dash in bracket 5 dash. The last point will be 4 dash. Okay. So this is 3 5, this is 2 6, and this is the 4th point. Okay, you can see in the top view. So the 4th section point will be here, the projection. If you want to project, you can project it by dropping a projector. It will be in the same line, vertical line. Okay. So 4th section point is here. So this completes the orthographic views. Let me complete the naming. X, Y, VP, HP. Okay. X here, Y here, HP here, VP here. So don't forget to do this. Everyone supposed to. If you feel this line is extended, draw a boundary, go to trim it off. Okay. This is the orthography, front view, top view with the section plane. Now let us go to the development. So since all the measurements, whatever we do in development is true length in nature, we are supposed to measure only the true lengths. Since the slant edge OD is horizontal or OA is horizontal, so you'll be able to see the true length in the front view. So directly if you measure the length from O to D, it will be having a true length, 67.08. So this is the true length of the slant edge. So we'll use this true length to draw the development now. How do I do that? You can go to line, draw a line here of approximately 67. Okay. This I'll do the smart dimension 67.08. Okay. Then what I will do is I'll go to arc. Select this as your starting point of the arc. Draw an arc here of some length. Not a problem. Okay. Draw an arc. Next, each base edge is having 30 mm. If you are having doubt with respect to this line, you can always measure this distance from here to here. It should be 30. Okay. So here, if you observe, this sides, the hexagonal pyramid side is having 30 mm. So what I will do is, I will go to arc. I will go to center point arc. Okay. I'll go to center point arc and I will cut an arc of 30 mm sides. So approximately 30 mm, cut an arc, dimension this, very important, dimension this as 30. So many times what will happen is very difficult to get intersection point. So trim it, draw one more arc again. Like this you need to repeat it so that you will get 6 triangular faces. So draw an arc, 30 mm, trim it. There are much easier way. First learn this method, then you can implement the method which I'll be discussing in the coming videos. There are much more easy way to draw this. So go to (30 mm), cut an arc, trim it, go to arc, 1, 2, 3, 3 triangles are over. Next is the fourth triangle. So go to smart dimension, dimension this, make it to 30. Go to trim, you can trim this portion, 4 over, approximately 30. Smart dimension, this is 30. Trim entities, trim it. The last triangle now. Once again, it should be 30 mm. Go to smart dimension. This is 30 mm. Trim this arc. Now you connect this apex to the last point. Okay, don't connect to the arc, connect to this portion of the arc. Then you join to the whole centers of the circle. Okay, after this, connect this to this. This becomes the base of the triangle, which is 30 mm. All triangles will be having side of 30 mm now. This is 30 and this is the slant edge. After this, you can delete this, not required, the dimensions. Okay. Then how do I show the dimensions, sir? You can just click on this side and you can show the dimension 30. Click OK, drag it, leave it. Show it for one of the sides, that's enough. Here also slant edge, you need to show it for one of the slant edges. Don't show it for all the slant edges. So this is the development before sectioning. You can count the number of triangles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let us do the naming first. So this is O. Everything should be in caps, the development notations. A, B, C, D, E, F, A. Okay. Why A and A again? Because along A, that is OA, we have cut and we have opened it. That is why you will get OA on both the sides. D, E, F. Okay. Next, how do I produce this section points on my development is the question. That's why if you observe here carefully, first point is exactly at the midpoint. This is the true length, 30 mm is the true length. So 50 mm from either B or C. So in between BC, I'll get the first section point, that is the midpoint. Okay. So what I will do is I'll go to sketch line. From this midpoint, I'll directly connect to O. Right. Same thing will appear in between F and E. So E and F, same thing I should do. Where is E and F? Is here. Exactly at the midpoint, I will connect to O. So anything happens here, this is where the portion will be removed. Nothing will be removed this side or this side. So everything will be removed here. That we'll try to find. Next, first 2 points will be on this line. Similarly, the last 2 points, that is 6 and 7, will be on this point, this line. Similarly, now 3, 4, 5. How do I put this 3, 4, 5? Very easy. What I should do is, I should measure this true length. So all this, that is length, will be projected onto the true length. This length, we measure it. Okay, it is 33.54. 33.54 will be the length which I'll be cutting an arc from the apex. So on which line you will cut? On C, on E and on D. I'll cut an arc of 33.54. So go to arc, so on C. So 33.54, cut an arc. Go to smart dimension, dimension this, 33.54. Okay. So once again go to trim, trim this. Go to arc. Same thing you repeat it for remaining 3 sides also. For all the section points, the length will remain same. So this is 33.54. Okay. Once again go to trim, trim this. Go to arc. Once again repeat the same thing. Go to smart dimension. This is 33.54. 33.54. The next question will be at why can't we use the same dimension to cut this? Because the length is different. Because this is not on the slant edge, it is on the triangular face. So this point will not be 33.54. So whereas if I cut an arc here and if I join it, wherever it intersects, that will be the point. So what I will be doing here is, I will be using this 33.54 on the other slant edges where there is no section plane. So this is used only for construction. So I'll draw a line here again, and I will measure this also as 33.54. Okay, this is construction part. It is not a part of the portion which is removed. This also I will take it as 33.54. Okay, so all these arcs will help me to draw the development. How do I do it? Observe. So first point, where is the first section point? Let me name this. The first section point is here, 1. Okay, second section point I will find it now, 2. The third one is here, fourth section point is here. The next is fifth section point. Fifth section point. The sixth section point is here, which we are supposed to find. Seventh section point is here, which we have found already. How do I find 2 and 6? Very easy. If you draw a line which connects these two lines, okay, this is the point 2, intersection point. If you measure the distance, it will not be 33.54. You can see here, I'll go to trim, I'll just show you what is the length. It is 32.69. Okay, that is why I have used this concept, where assuming that it will pass through this, but after construction I can always remove this portion, not required. Okay, similarly after finding 6 also I'll do the same thing. How do I find 6 is by connecting this to this. Sorry, I should have trimmed this arc. I didn't trim it. Trim this arc, very important. If you trim the arc, exact intersection point you'll get. See? Okay. Next, I'll trim this portion. I'll trim this portion. Not required. So now I'll delete this also. I'll delete this. I'll delete this. Now we'll have a better understanding from where to where we have started. 1 is here, 2 is here, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. This. So only portion is this, and this has to be redrawn. Why? Because the portion which is removed, which is retained, is this. Okay, let it be thin, not a problem. Let me select this also. I should make it. Why? Because some portion is thick and some portion is thin. That is why I'll trim it and I'll redraw it. Either you can make use of split entities, or you can make use of trim and draw. Okay, now let us select the lines which I want to make it thick. Okay, this I have not trimmed yet, so let me first make this as 0.5. okay, here this portion is thick, this is thick, this is thick, make it to 0.5. Here if you observe, this also I can select and I can make it thick, not a problem. Hold Control key while selecting more than 2 elements. So I'll trim this portion, I'll redraw this portion. Okay, you can do it for multiple lines. Don't trim all the lines, otherwise apex will not be easily located. That's a problem. So select this, select this, select this, select this, make it to 0.5 mm. Okay, this is the development after sectioning. This is how it appears. Related to the dimensioning, you can dimension one of the sides here, 33.54. Click here, say OK, and drag it outside it. That's all. Okay, drag it outside it. Dimension line should not be inside. Okay, it will be outside 33.54. I hope everyone has understood this problem. If you have any questions or any doubts, you can post it in the comment section, right? Any doubts, anything is there, you can post it in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video.